There we go. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to class today. We're going to start seated, but then we will come down onto our backs. And do me a favor. I want you to grab your strap and put it in a loop that is about hips width apart. Don't worry about it too much because you'll be able to adjust it once we get on the floor. So put your strap in a loop if you've got it, and then set that aside. I'm just realizing, Meryl, you might not have a strap that can do that. So you'll be all right. All right. So, and then when you're ready, let's sit well. Let's move the flesh out from the sit bones and maybe drive the inner thighs down to the floor. Bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears and then roll them back and take them down. Remember, if your knees are up high, please support them with blocks, or ideally, we would bring our hips up so that they are more level with the knees. So you could sit on a block or something like that to get those hips higher. All right, so close the eyes. I realize when I hear myself, sometime I can hear myself saying extra words like, so do this, so do that. So I will try to stop doing that. All right, sit well. Draw the shoulders away from each other, maybe a little tone to the belly. Start to take in the breath, feel the expansion of the lungs as you inhale, and feel the belly soften in toward the spine on the exhale. Breathing in and exhaling out. Good, couple more like this. And then start a very, very simple pranayama, very simple breath. And it is counting as you inhale, count up to the number 5. Just a brief, ever so brief pause at the top, and then exhale to the count of 5. So very simple. It's just inhale for 5, exhale for 5. If you find that that count of 5 is a little too long for you, then do 4 and 4. Whatever feels right to you, or count faster, but you get the idea. So again, just closing the eyes, trying to get really comfortable in your seat, and then inhaling, count of 5. Brief pause at the top and exhaling for 5. Again, inhaling 5. Exhaling 5. And at your own pace, keeping that up. Feeling your body move into this rhythm of breath work. Good. 2 more rounds, everyone. Inhaling 5. Pausing at the top. Exhale 5. And last round. And let the eyes open. Well done. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, one hand down, reach the other one over, and just pause here for a moment. If you're on elbow like I am, and it feels like that opposite hip has risen off the floor, maybe you ground there and then press into the floor and stretch the arm. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, other side, pressing down through that hip, feeling this nice stretch through that side body. And inhale, both arms up. And I want you to reach one arm and then relax it. Reach the other arm and relax. And just switch sides. Reach, release, and reach. And reach. Good. One more here. Take it up. Release, both arms up. Exhale, hand down, reach over, and then take it over that knee and just stretch out that back side. At the same time, that hip is staying grounded. Take both arms up. Exhale, other side, stretch, and then reach. And then take both arms up. Good, nice cactus arms here. Bring the elbows and hands together. Open up the shoulders. Good, so we're stretching the back body here and we're contracting it there, or opposite, right? Chest contraction, stretch. Good, just a few more, just warming up. Breathe. Last one. And squeeze, and then open those arms, extend it out, draw the shoulders down, turn the palms up. Breathe, inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Nice job, everybody. Just shake that out, grab your block. And again, feel free to sit up on a blanket if you want. I'll turn sideways just so you can see what we're up to. You're going to take that block at the narrowest level, right between the knees. And then lean back. Your feet are roughly hips width apart. Lean back, but don't slouch back. Keep the chest nice and lifted, and then squeeze that block. Good. I probably should have grabbed a different color. I'm going to grab a different color. You keep squeezing. So I forget sometimes these colors tend to blend together. Nobody can see the block. Good. Oh, there we go. Nice pink block. Good. And you can flex the feet, dig in through the heels, keep that chest moving forward. Release your squeeze and then squeeze again. Breathe. Keep squeezing though. And release. Good. One more time. Big squeeze here. And release. And then take the block to the second level. And by the way, or the second width, if it hurts to be right in between the knees, you can take it to the quads. In fact, everybody take that block to the center line of your thighs. Draw the shoulders back, press the pelvis forward, and squeeze and breathe. And then release. Good. And squeeze again. I want you to notice here which muscles are being used as we just warm up this lower body. We're going to be working with the low body a lot today, not a little bit, a lot. So just notice, right, as we squeeze the block and hold, those inner thighs are working pretty darn hard. Also, the hip flexors a little bit, those muscles at the fronts of the thighs that help us draw the knee up toward our chest, or bend at the knees and bring the torso toward it. Good. And release. Let's just do one more. One more nice big squeeze here. Breathe. And release. Good. Set that block aside. Grab your strap. That strap ideally in a loop, roughly hips width apart. And if you don't have a strap that will work or that binds, I want you to just take both hands to the outside knees or the outside thighs. So with the strap here, instead of squeezing into a block, we're pressing the thighs out. So you can do the same thing here. If you've got hands on the outer knees, it's isometric work, no kidding. Again, feel free to lean back on the hands as long as you're not collapsing, and keep pressing out against the strap or against your hands. And notice again which muscles are firing. No kidding. I find this one both more rewarding for me and harder. Those outer hips, outer glutes are working. And then just release the squeeze or the press. And let's go again. Just squeeze out. Don't worry, just hang out there. You can press out as hard or as not hard as you want. Woo! And release. Let's just do one more right there. Big deep breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Nice job, everybody. You're going to keep that strap on the legs, but you're going to move it down toward the ankles. If you have a buckle, make sure that you're not putting that buckle on your skin, on your flesh. Again, if you don't have a strap that you can use here, you're going to do isometric work as opposed to having something to push against. You're going to kind of pretend that you have something to push against. All right, so you're on your back, neutral spine, tiny little space behind your back. I want you to press against the strap or isometrically try to pull your feet apart. And hold and breathe and feel what's working, right? Way up at these hamstrings, the glutes, the outer hips a little bit. Find your breath. Don't hold the breath. And breathe. And then release that press and do it again. Press out, hold on. If your strap is too wide, try to bring that strap in a little bit. Your hips width apart, maybe slightly wider, but no more than that. Watch the spine here. Super easy to go flat on your back. And release that squeeze. Bring the knees to 90 degrees and flex your feet. Okie dokie, right? So here we are. You can rock on the pelvis here a little bit, and you can feel the arch and then the flattening. Try to stay center line of the sacrum. Like you could put a fingertip or a couple blueberries underneath your back. But if it's super uncomfortable, then go ahead and go flat. We're going to work with both, but if you can, try to stay that teeny tiny arch to start and then press those legs apart. Breathe and release. Good. One more here. Press out and squeeze. Breathe. A little arch to that low back. Release, and then allow the pelvis to tuck. So you go flat or on your back and extend the legs up. Now, again, if you have a strap that doesn't loop, you could take the strap around the feet, but keep the feet roughly hips width apart. Try not to bring the legs past the hips. You can see here where these legs are shooting closer to the nose. Try to get it roughly straight out from the hips and then press the heels up toward the ceiling, flex the feet, and press against that strap. Woo! Everybody breathe. You've got this. If your lower back is chatty, work with a flatter back. So press down more, engage that low belly more, or release fully, or bend the knees more. All right, release, bend the knees, everybody. Nice job. And then take the legs back up again. Listen up. You're going to press against the strap, or you have the strap around your feet if it doesn't loop. And then switch or drop one leg so that the feet are one right behind the other, roughly again, and breathe. So the top leg is pushing up and the bottom leg is pushing down. And again, we're doing isometric work this time for the quads, and release and go to the other side. Pressing one leg down and one leg up. Breathe. Whew. Switch. Good. One leg up, one leg down, working with strengthening the legs, the thighs. You can feel the work happening. And switch. Last one. Hang in there with me. And back to center. Push those legs apart. Bend your knees. Leave the strap where it is and lower those feet to the floor. Ooh, good. Maybe a couple pelvic tilts and tucks here. And then as you release, come to your side and then straighten the legs. So you can use a block underneath your head if that height is good for you, just so that the neck and the head stay neutral and the bottom shoulder doesn't get too crunchy. Again, the feet are flexed, and I want you to pull the top leg up while pressing the bottom leg down. Right. So this is very gentle hip work. And why is this important in yoga? I mean, really, it's important in life. We are working with these cute little hips and butts. And as those muscles get stronger, they help us mobilize through life. They help us stand in balance poses, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Top leg is going to press back. Feel the glute become active. Push down through the bottom leg, everybody. Hang in there. I'll try not to get too distracted. And then step across the leg and push the other leg forward. We're only going to do that one more time, both directions. Woo. Take it back. Press it back. Find your breath. And step it forward and try to pull that leg forward. Breathe. Good. Take it back to center. Listen up. If you can, lift both legs. Push, push, push. Hold, hold, hold. And fully release. Holy moly, rub that hip out. Good. We are going to switch sides. I'm just going to turn over so I don't have my back to you, but feel free to just turn over. Little bit of tension on the strap. Coming out down to your side, finding that alignment, hip on top of hip. The feet are flexed. Breathe. And here we go. The top leg is trying to push straight up while the bottom leg is pushing straight down. Find your breath. Sorry, there's a bug flying around me. Breathe. Ooh, good. Feel the work, everybody. I know, I know. And then take the leg straight back and push back. Does not have to be a lot, right? You can feel the work happening. Breathe. And take the leg forward as if you're going to step forward. Good. Reach it back. Try not to round that top hip. Try to keep it nice and straight up. And forward. Hang on, hang on. We're almost there. Take it straight up. Pull up. See if you can lift both legs off the floor. Lower down and release. I know. Keep the strap, but just bend the legs and give that those hips a little break. Shake it out. Good. I want you to come onto your bellies. So you got that strap there? Come onto your bellies. Whew. Lower your upper body fully. I'm going to keep my chin up so that I can talk and not get too muffled. But right away, you feel this tension on the strap. I want you to press down to the pubic bone, flip your toes under, and then just try to pull the strap apart and breathe. And lower those toes. This time, lift the legs just a little bit, inch or two, point the toes, try to pull that strap apart. Breathe, everybody. We're almost done with this little series. And lower. One more time. Lift and then up to you. You're going to kind of slowly scissor. So one foot goes down, one foot goes up. And then switch, switch, switch. Keep it going. Switch. Good. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and fully lower. My goodness. Take a deep breath. Keep your strap, my loves. Turn yourself all the way back onto your backs. Ooh. Yep, pause here. Feel free to bring those knees to your chest. Shake it out. And then take both legs up toward the ceiling. Make sure the buckle's not on your skin because it can really irritate. Good. And just rock side to side. Just a little rock side to side. Finding your breath. And take the legs back to center. Flex the feet. I want you to lower the legs a little bit if you can. Remember, hands underneath your hips if you want that for your lower back, right? Tiny space behind the lower back. The pelvis is actually anteriorly tilting without overarching. Press against your strap, everybody. Find your breath. Bend your knees. Take your hands behind your knees. If you can, and it's okay for your back, I want you to roll all the way up. Otherwise, you're going to turn sideways and then come up to your seat. Last little bit here with the strap, and then we're going to throw it away. Good. You're back to where we were seated. The shoulders roll back. The hands can come behind you. Lift the legs. What are we doing here, everybody? Boat pose. Boat pose. Press against your strap. Breathe if you can. Let those hands go. Keep the knees bent. Unless you're really, really good at boat, want to straighten those legs. Breathe. Press against your strap. And release. Good. Take that strap out. Oh, beautiful. Good. Take the legs wide. Windshield wiper. Shake it out. I bet that felt really good, didn't it? All right, come back to center. Soles of the feet together. Don't go super deep here, right? Normally, yoga with Baddha Konasana, they say bring the heels in toward the groin, but stay wider here. Just stay a little bit wider. And once again, lean back, lift the chest, and just flutter the legs. We just worked those outer hips pretty hard, pretty quick. So we're giving them a little bit of a break here. Breathe. And then sitting up nice and tall, hands to your knees, listen up. You know this if you've taken enough of my classes. Please never push down on the knees. I want you to pull up. So the knees are pressing up into the hands. We're using resistance, isometric work, strengthening the inner thighs, because if we're only doing outer thighs and the inner thighs are not strong or not equal, roughly balanced, it's going to throw things off. And then just release and shake that out. Good. Let's do two more like that. Hands on the knees press up into the hands. All those hands are doing is resisting that so that the inner thighs are getting the work. Big deep breath. Really shake that out. Good. I got one more. Hands to knees. Push up into the hands. Breathe. And release. Both knees come up. Oh, yeah. Grab one block. Just take it between your knees. Where's my little pink block? And give that block a squeeze. So, I do this a lot. I love to kind of reset the hips by squeezing a block between the thighs, between the knees, and release. Well done. All right, let's come to table pose, everyone. Please cushion your knees if you would like. Always a good idea, especially if you've got persnickety knees. Your blocks are toward the front of your mat for later. Table pose. Draw the lower belly in. See if you can find that nice neutral spine. Press the right leg back and then lift the leg. So again, right? Glute work, hip work, it's all the same. It's all not all the same. I shouldn't say it that way, but it's all important work. Good. Point your foot and just pulse really small. Don't go into your low back at all. If you feel like you're dipping, then you're going too much. It's a tiny, tiny pulse of that leg. Breathe. And then bring the knee toward your chest and just reach it out. Bring it in. Reach it out. Bring it in. Good. Out. One more. Reach it in. Stretch it out. Retone that belly. Take the opposite arm out. You can point the toes here. Breathe. And release. Good. Maybe press back. Stretch out that hip. And come on back up. Press the left leg back. Level the hips, lift the leg. Breathe. Point your toes. And then give me some just baby bounces here. Try to really focus on not dipping the hips at all. This is all glute work, everybody. Big deep breath. That's it. And then knee to chest, stretch it out and lift. 2, one more. 3, reach it out, point the toes, extend opposite arm, engage the glute, and release, 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 shake it out, maybe stretch it back. Oh, that feels good. Child's pose is a great stretch for the back body and the back glutes as long as your knees can take it. Good, come on up. I'm going to turn sideways so I can go back to that first leg. You're going to take the right leg straight back, lift it up, turn the toes out. We have done this before. I want you to take it to the side, drop that foot down, and find gate pose. So when I look at gate, my left knee and my left hip are lined up, my right leg coming straight out from the hip. We know that where you place your foot, in my opinion, is up to you. It's taught traditionally with the toes pointing forward. Not only does my foot not come down comfortably, but I can hyperextend the knee. So I turn that foot sideways. I have more control over my knee and then take it up. So you play. It might be that extended foot is partway turned out, right? So what we're looking at is this alignment from the hip to the ankle and not putting pressure on the knee, whether it is sideways or straight up and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the right hand gently touches the right leg as the left arm goes over. Imagine pressing the very tip of the tailbone forward just a little bit. And breathe, stretching out that belly. Take both arms up. Exhale, both hands down. The left hand stays down. The right arm comes up for a really sweet little twist. This is really a nice twist. We can start to play with moving the chest and stretching these wingspans open. Exhale, hands down, listen up. You're going to see if you can lift the leg and hold. Whew. And then take it back and release that. Maybe stretch back. Breathe. And when you're ready, let's go to the other side. Not everybody loves this work, and that's okay, right? I still think it's important work, even if you do 1 second or one half of what we're doing. I think it's really important for our long-term longevity. That's again just my thoughts. There's all kinds of research as you lift your left leg. There's all kinds of research about how well and how quickly we can get out of a chair, how much we can do squatting, things like that from a longevity standpoint. All right, so turn those toes out. Slide that leg across, maybe pause, and then drop the foot. Walk those hands back. Take a look at the right knee, right underneath that right hip. Checking out the left leg coming out from the left hip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the left hand lightly touches the left leg. And we stretch again. And breathe. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Right hand stays where it is and the left arm reaches up. Big deep breath, everybody. Nice job. Exhale that hand down. See if you can pick that leg up any amount. Holy moly. And then slide it back and release that. And everybody take just a few seconds here in child's pose to stretch out the back, stretch out those hips, and breathe. Good. Come on up. So you're on your knees. Listen up. I'll face you forward. You're gonna take, I'll mirror here. Take your left leg or whichever leg you need to see your screen with, and just make a little 90-degree line here. Your other one is straight down. Like, if this hurts your knees, please don't do this, right? Come off the knee. Or do just a more regular lunge. But I want you to just get a sense here of what this feels like. This is a variation, believe it or not, of Warrior Two, one that you could do on a chair, on your knee. It's kind of interesting. But first, I want you to take your right hand and slide it down your thigh, and then take the other arm up and think exalted warrior. So press your hand into your thigh, squeeze the back hip and glute, and breathe. Maybe look down at the floor. And then inhale both arms out to the side, think warrior two. And then front forearm to front thigh. for extended side angle and breathe. That's it. And then both arms up. Exhale, both hands down to the floor. So still this knee pressing out. That knee is staying lined up, foot, knee, hip. We're pressing it out and we're working some of those smaller muscles right around the hip joint. Breathe. And then release. Take that knee to the floor. Switch sides. Again, looking at that alignment, kind of gate pose-ish, right? If that leg were straight, we'd be in gate pose. Front knee or the knee and the hip lining up, the hip, the knee, the foot lining up. First things first, that left hand slides down, doesn't have to go far. And then we take the other one up. Maybe we look down. Core has to work here because we're pretty unbalanced. Breathe. Keep pressing the right knee out to the side. And then inhale, both arms up. Good. Take them out to the side. Think warrior two. Still pressing this knee out. And then front forearm to front thigh and stretch. Breathe. Good. Come on up. Hands come down to the floor. Pause here as that right knee presses away from you, away from center. And release. Come on back down. Both knees on the floor. We're almost done with this one. I want you to go back to the first side. Go back to your left leg out. Take the hands up. One hand goes to the hip, and the other one goes to the inside knee. I want you to resist. Push that knee into your hand, but don't let that knee go into center. Oh, yeah. I did a bunch of squats yesterday, so I am feeling this quite a bit. Good. Release that. Take the hand to the outside knee or the outside thigh. I don't want you leaning, so wherever that arm can extend to. And then same thing, other way. Push the knee into your hand. Don't let it go anywhere. Breathe. Yep. Whew. And release. Both hands to the floor. Simply switch sides. So your right leg's going out 90 degrees. We're in this funky little 90-90 pattern. The hand goes to the chest is staying centered. The hand goes to that inside. And I'm going to try to push the knee in. So when we, especially when our inner thighs, when our knees roll in, our inner thighs can tend to collapse, right? It tends to be an imbalance between the strength of the inner leg and the strength of the outer leg and hip. Outer hip and glutes certainly getting more of the work. Good, release. Other side, press out. So this is isometric strengthening. We're both we're not really stretching, but we're contracting and isolating at the same time. And yes, we can feel this. And release, everybody. Hands back to the floor. Depending on your orientation, come back to table pose. Flip your toes under, draw the low belly in, and give me a nice, lovely, shake it out, downward facing dog. So you can shake the hips, bend one knee and then the other. Let's stretch through the back legs. Check the upper body. Make sure you're not dropping through those shoulders. You've got good muscle stability around the shoulder joints. That's it. Good. And then plant the feet. Lift your left leg. Take it straight up to start. And then bend the knee and kick the knee out to the side. Ideally, you keep the weight fairly equal in both hands, right? The temptation is to roll the hips and get really light on that same side hand. Try to stay pretty squared and then try to press that leg up toward the ceiling, the bent knee leg, to engage the glute. And breathe. Release. Take that foot to the floor. Same thing, other side. First, start with a nice neutral pose. Bend the knee, kickstand that knee out, and then see if you can find the glute. See if you can find the engagement there. Release. Both feet down, both knees down, and child's pose or hero pose. And breathe, everybody. I think that I could teach a hip glute leg class every day and still not find the end of all the things there are to explore with these very complex and beautiful areas of the body, the muscles and the joints, and how we use and abuse those areas. It just, to me, it's just fascinating. So, all right, so here we go. Let's come on up to standing, everyone. Woo. So maybe you do your downward facing dog and stretch, and then take your feet wide, even off your mat, like that kind of wide. Walk the hands back. If your blanket is right there and it's convenient, just move your blanket out of the way. Nice forward fold here, nice deep crease of the hip flexors. And then turn your toes out, press the knees out, hands to knees, and come on up. Whew. Good, shake that out. So super important, go wide on your mat, right? Goddess pose. So let's just bend into the knees a little bit and notice where those knees are in space. It's really important. Everything I read tells me that it's really important to keep the knee tracking over the center line of the feet. So if you tend to drop knees in, I want you to come up higher, press the knees out, and then sink to the place where you can keep knees tracking over feet. I'm okay if you're way up here, as long as you're not dropping in. So I want you to press out and then find a kind of a mid-level goddess pose legs. Take both hands to the outsides and press the thighs in. I know. Breathe. You've got this. Spread out the toes. Watch that arch in the back. Release. Hands go to the inside. I want you to try to press the knees in, but don't let them collapse in. And everybody stand up. Turn the toes forward. Hinge at those hip creases and take those hands down to the floor. Find your breath. Let it all go. And then press into the hands halfway up. Left hand goes center of the mat. Right arm can float up. Little twist here. And lower. Other side, just easy. Don't overdo your twist. And down. Turn the toes out. Turn the knees out. And come on up to standing. Whew. Bring those legs together. Shake them out. Oh, all right. Bring those blocks to the front of your mat, everybody. Take them up nice and high. You'll forgive me for this one in advance. We're only going to do it a little bit, but again, stay in with those outer hips. Take your hands to your blocks, walk the feet back, tone the belly in, little bit of an L shape here with your body. Want you to lean into your right leg. See if you can take the left leg out and then just slide it down and up. Just 5 and 2, 3, 4. One more. 5 and lower. Good. I'm going to turn around. Same thing, other side. First, get your alignment. You can hang out here and be happy as can be, or shift into the left leg. Here we go. 1, don't lift high. 2, keep the hips relatively square. 3, 4, one more. 5, woo, shake it out, everyone. And bend the knees. Come on up, grab one block. Take it between your thighs. Give it a good squeeze. Woo. It's really good work, even if it's hard. And I know, so just do your best. Do your best. And that is going to be awesome. All right. So let's kind of put this together, why I think all this is important. You're back to the front of your mat. Your blocks are up nice and high to start. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees and step back, left leg. You're in a lunge. Turn your back foot to the side, warrior 2, right? We already did this on our knee, if you remember. Take your right hand to your right knee and float yourself up. And find warrior 2. So what's happening in this pose? This knee is not collapsing in, right? It's pressing out. If we put our hand to the outside of that thigh, we're going to press the knee isometrically out so that it's kind of rolling around that pinky toe, the ring finger toe, right? Certainly no more than middle of the foot. The thigh is reaching out. Now, the hip crease to the waist gets long. So I'm not here, I'm upright, just like we were when we were on our knee. Front knee bends to your level. If it hurts to bend it to 90, we soften. And then we press through the back leg, engaging the back glutes. Taking those arms out. Float the arms on top of an imaginary pool of water. It's just floating there. The legs are supporting you. The glutes are active. Take the back hand down the leg. Reach the upper arm up. I know the pose is normally taught looking up. Don't love that. So I look down. Watch the knee. Never putting pressure on that knee. And then float to warrior 2. Forearm to thigh. Take the arm across. Breathe. Optional, you can take your hand to a block, go lower than the knee. This is extended side angle. Watch that front knee. Make sure you're not rolling it in. And then lift up, straighten, release, and heel toe in. And shake it out. All right, same thing other side. We're going to find first a nice forward fold. Stepping back with the right leg, left foot forward. That's got to be right. Yep. And then turn your back foot to the side position. You can feel how the left hip can move. It can shift. And see how when you shake out the hip, the knee moves with it. So let's line up that knee, left hand to left knee, press up, warrior 2, warrior 2. Virabhadrasana, breathe. Low belly zips in. The thigh and the waist are not coming together. They're staying away from each other so that we stay upright. The torso, the weight of the torso is dead center-ish. Press through the back leg, press through the back glute. Take your front hand to the outer thigh, press. Yep. You got it now, right? You can feel that engagement. And then you go, oh, here's stability. Here's these legs working for me in the pose. Good. Take the hand to the front. Try to press the knee in without doing it. So then once we have stability, we can start to garner strength, right? Mobility, strength. And then we can think about flexibility. Take the arms out, everybody. Take the back hand down, lift up, and breathe. Your gaze is up or down or neutral. And float forearm to thigh. Reach it across. Maybe your hand goes to your block. As you play with extended side angle, press through the legs, everyone. And reach up. Hands down, turn the toes in, heel toe all the way in and grab a block. Take that block between the thighs. You can go, by the way, you can go low or narrow. You can go long. I often do the block long because I like that information as the thighs press into the block. And then think about what we did in the beginning where we were squeezing the block between the legs. And breathe. Just kind of check it out. If you're okay with the block there, keep it there. Hinge at your hips. Keep the back of the knees soft. And then reach the fingertips forward. So almost like down dog arms. You're on your fingertips. We're reaching with the sit bones while squeezing that block. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. Breathe. Bend the knees more. Take your hands to your knees. Lift head, neck, chest, and come on up to standing. You can move your blocks out of the way. Good. Little balance work, so a wall nearby is never a bad thing. Simply stand in mountain pose. Take your hands to your hips. Shift into one leg. Take the other leg out to the side. Think about when we had the strap around the thighs. I want you to take it forward, circle, take it back. Don't go into the lower back. Take it forward. Take it back. Oof. Good. One more. Forward. Take it back. Squeeze. Take it right beside your other leg. Take it out to the side. Extend opposite arm. Toes are pointing forward. Breathe. And release. Same thing, other side. All right, hands to hips. Usually that's kind of where it feels most stable. You certainly can take the arms out or take a hand to the wall. Stand up nice and tall. Take the leg out to the side. And if you need to tap down and lift up again, feel free to do that. Standing leg working hard. Take it forward. Slide it back. Squeeze the glute. Don't let the low back come into play. And forward. And back. Woo. One more. Forward. Goodness gracious. And back. And then take it right beside. Take it out to the side. Opposite arm goes. And release and shake that out. I know, I know, I know. Hang in there with me. Woo, go ahead and drop it down. Nice forward fold. You may want to keep blocks kind of along the side of your mat as we're getting ready to come down. Shake out the hips, everybody. Keep the back of the knees soft. Bend your knees, step back, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers, engage the upper back. Nice little tone to the belly. One, you're here. Just hang out here. You're beautiful. Or left leg up, bend the knee, stack, and bring or reach back through the glute. Maybe extend the leg up. Don't worry about the hips. Release. Same thing, other side. Lift, bend, draw the knee out to the side. Squeeze that glute, and then maybe extend the leg. And release, everyone. Lower your knees to the floor. Take your knees wide on your mat. Release the toes and come to a nice wide leg child's pose and just be willing to sink in. Excuse me. Good. Release all of that and come on down to your back. Feet are to the floor. Take the left ankle to the right knee and let's find figure four. And just rock side to side. Excuse me. Side to side, little stretches here. And notice, right? If you lean more toward the right, you're going to get more stretch in that left hip. And take it back to center. And then with the right shin kind of squared, I want you to just turn the right leg in toward the left. Keep the hips level. Don't let the left knee kind of curl in toward the knee. So imagine if you were doing, say, fire log pose on the floor and you were stacking the shins. Well, we're not stacking the shins, but if you draw the right foot toward the left knee, you're going to feel probably a little more stretch. And release that, cross knees completely, and bring both knees to your chest. Stretching out that hip, everyone. Finally, either stay here or slide the hands down. You can grab shins, ankles, or feet and do cow face legs. Good, release. Release. And let's switch sides. Right ankle above left knee. We're taking those knees up. We start here. Each one of those variations on stretching the hip are a little deeper. So if you want to stay, I should have said this obviously on the other side. If figure four is all you would like to do today, foot on the floor or lifted, feel free to stay there. And then rock side to side. Maybe lean more to the left and see if you feel more stretch around that actual hip joint, right? Because the actual hip joint is here where the femur, where the thigh bone draws into the pelvis, not up here where we usually think of hips, right there. So you'll feel all that stretching around all those amazing muscles. Take it back to center, parallel the left shin with the floor, and then turn the left foot in without letting the right knee really curl up. Release that, cross your knees, bring both of your knees to your chest, and then either stay here or slide the hands down. And sometimes, I'll just cup the ankles, I'll just wrap my fingers around the inside of the ankles. And then, like a wishbone, we just try to pull it apart a little. Please don't overdo any of these. Or you can grab a hold of your feet. Good. Release and release. Woo. Grab one of your blocks, take it underneath your sacrum, and stay there. So, restorative bridge, your sacrum fully on your mat, or sorry, on your block. I don't want you to do more than this as far as lifting hips. We've certainly done enough of that. Your hands can come down to your sides. We're going to find our breath here. And then again, only if you want. You're going to take your right knee to the chest, soft hold on that right knee, and extend the left leg out. Stretching the left leg, the front thigh, and the hip flexor here, the psoas. Relax your feet. Don't feel like you have to do anything more than this. Please don't overdo it. The hips are nice and even. The full length or the full width of the sacrum is on your block. Come back into your breath. Breathing in for 5. Breathing out for 5. Slowly slide the left foot in. Pause. Put the right foot on the floor. You could stay right here, or slowly slide the right foot long, the right leg long. Keeping the hips level, really important here. I don't want you to yank on that left knee and skew those hips. Just let it be. Let it be. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Try to soften here as much as you can. Slowly slide the right foot up and place the right foot on the floor. And then the left foot on the floor. Press into both feet, lift off your block, and slowly lower those knees. Take your feet wide on your mat. Allow both knees to roll to one side. Good. Take the knees up, everyone. Switch to the other side. And come on up. Soles of the feet together, ideally a supported Baddha Konasana. So taking your blocks, placing them under your legs where they will support your pose and allow your legs to relax. So again, we work the heck out of these outer hips and glutes, and this is a relaxing, restorative pose for that. You can feel just how soft and comfortable those are. One hand to low belly, one hand to upper belly. Elbows are resting on the floor. And find your breath here. Feeling the soft flow of your breath in and then back out again, not having to work for any of it. Just breathing in, breathing out, letting the legs rest heavily on your blocks. Your elbows down on the floor, your shoulders soft to the floor. Relax your jaw. And then as you're ready, either stay here because you just feel amazing, or take the blocks under your thighs, straighten the legs over your blocks, lift the glutes and squeeze the glutes and the inner thighs just once, just an alignment here. And then fully 100% let go. Hands again down to your sides or resting on the belly. Finding your Shavasana. Letting go fully. Maybe allowing a flood of gratitude to flow through your body. You showed up today. You did your best. Fully letting go. See if you can let go even more. If you would like to stay in Shavasana longer, please do. Otherwise, let's start to deepen our breath. Bend the knees, draw the knees to chest. Just pause here, maybe crossing the ankles, allowing the back body to stretch out. And then roll the knees to one side, curling all the way over to seedling pose. And then ever so gently pressing all the way up. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale them to your heart. Feel the gratitude for yourself, your body, your practice, this life. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming to class.